welcome to Cabbage Patch Soap. My name is Laura, and today we will be making a Blackberry vanilla soap, and we will also be cutting the blueberry cobbler soap that we made in the last live. So let me just make sure my chats are all set up properly. Just a second here. Okay. One moment. Okay, looks like everything is set up. Hi Stacy, welcome. Okay, let me get the this is the blueberry cobbler. I'm going to get it out of the mold. If you guys remember last time, this was kind of a white color and the blue swirled with the gold on top. And the white is starting to darken. But because we added a lot of white, I think that is what is slowing it down. So let's pull this out of here. And hopefully we'll be able to see the ring going around the bar to get an idea of how dark this is going to get. And this does not want to come out. There we go. You have to get like an air bubble underneath it to get it to release. And it wasn't doing it. All right, there we go. I should be able to pull this out now like this. There we go. It looks pretty cool. Almost looks like the sky or something. There we go. All right. But you can see, yeah, see how it's turning brown? It looks neat though. It almost looks like clouds in the sky. The blue is staying blue, so that's a good sign. I might want to start waiting before starting to talk. When I start the lives, it cuts me off. Oh, good to know. Thank you. I had no idea. All right. So I think we'll cut it this way. No, wait. I had it. No, we can't because I had it. I had this swirled a certain way. I even marked it. Well, it looks like these are the sides, so we will cut it. Okay, so I was going to cut it the same way anyway. So that works out. Let me just set it down real quick. Okay. I'm just making sure it's lined up. Okay, there we go. Fingers crossed, yeah. If not, it'll still look cool. It just the swirls will just be going the other way. Either way, it's totally fine. All right, let's see how this looks. There we go. Okay, so these parts that look creamy are going to darken like the edges here. It's pretty, thank you. It looks kind of cool. I think as it darkens though, we'll kind of get to see, this is neat. It looks like really feathery right here. And that's how the top looks. So this is starting to darken. And we'll see how that looks as it darkens. I'm kind of curious to see how that blue looks up against the brown. I think it'll be really nice. You can kind of see here a little bit. And that looks good so far. So I'm happy with that. I'm trying to get this camera to focus. I don't think it will. Oh well. And this is the other side. Hi Lorna, welcome. And there's the top. So like I said, we will see when this starts to darken. That looks kind of neat. I like this feathery bit here. I'm really curious to see how this looks after it darkens. So this will be a fun little experiment. It'll probably only take, a couple of days. Probably by the time we do the next live, the darkening of the fragrance oil will have spread across the whole bar. And so those are the end pieces that we can cut up later for samples. And this is what they look like on the back. So this kind of gives us a pretty good indication of how it's going to look eventually. You'll see like how it's brown and the blue. So if you think of a blueberry cobbler, that's pretty good. I'm not disappointed in this at all. I really like the potency of the blue. So as long as this brown doesn't even if it does start to creep up into the blue, it won't matter because there's a lot of it. So it'll be fine. I'm just curious to see how that all turns out. Get this off of here. And we're going to do something a little different, I think, for this next one, the Blackberry Vanilla. I'm going to use a darker color. And let me just put this over here. And we need to get the individual bar also. I want to try a darker color. Hi, Wanda. Welcome. Oh, yeah, new recipe. So the recipe is the one that I've switched to. I mentioned it in the last couple of videos. I've just labeled what I'm going to do is these next, the first few videos that I do with the new recipe, I'm going to mark it as my new recipe so that people understand, if they see it, um, that I'm using a new recipe now. And then what I'll do is that will be my new basic recipe. So I'll just take that note off of there eventually. Like I'll stop putting it on. All right. So this is the individual bar. I want it to focus and it's not. But it's really pretty. It's got swirls. It's got the gold. And then here's how it looks on the bottom and the sides. There we go. But yeah, the new recipe it's pretty much the same as my old recipe. It's just the amounts, like the percentages and the ratios are different. And also, I'm getting the soap crumbs out of here, so off screen. So, and the ratios are a little different. I've also included almond oil now. I really like the way the almond oil works in the soap, so I'm going to try using that for a bit and see what everybody thinks of it. So basically, it's just an upgraded and improved version of my, my old recipe. So, okay. All right, let me just get this cleaned off and we will put it back. Okay. Okay. I'm doing great, Wanda. How are you doing? Oh, that's okay, Stacy. I understand. Hopefully you had a good visit with your friend. Maybe I should just be louder. Excuse me. Maybe I should just be louder so that everybody can hear me over whatever's going on. I feel like that would be kind of, well, I don't know. I don't think a lot of people would appreciate that, but it is one solution. Also, I apologize if you hear any noise going on in the background. There's a lot going on today, so. All right. I think the rain is gone for the day, huh? How's your cousin doing? I hope she's feeling better. Okay, we'll put this aside. And I'm going to get new gloves on as soon as I figure out where I put them. Did I put them away? I must have put them away. Well, that's bizarre. Oh, no, there they are. Okay. Also got my face shield, which I forgot. So that's good. Okay. -30. Wow. Hi, Barb. Welcome. Just cleaning off. All right, I'm getting these new gloves on real quick. All right. So here's my idea. I've got this. I got the melted oils here. And what I was thinking is we could pour off some of the oils and not put just like we did with the other with the blue, not put the fragrance in part of it. But I want this all to be the same color. And so basically the part with the fragrance oil that dark will be darker. But I wanted to use a dark fragrance. So then I was thinking I could use some of the the uncolored stuff in here, add some white to it because it's supposed to be blackberry vanilla. So I feel like there should be some lighter color in there, and swirl that and then use it for the design on top. I also have some of this, the Maya Gold from Nurture Soap. I may use some of this on top. We'll see how it looks when we get there, if it needs it. And the color I'm going to use is this one. It's Blackberry by Nurture Soap. It's a really, really deep purple. And I thought this would be really pretty. And then, of course, I've got the titanium dioxide, which I've dispersed in some oil. And your cousin is at home now. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Yeah, for sure. I'm glad she's back. That was really scary. She must be happy to be home and not stuck in the hospital too, because tell you what, sometimes the hospital is not the most comfortable place to be. So she's probably a lot happier now. Let's see. Misty and a little rainy here today. Let's see. I enjoyed it with my neighbor in the house beside you. Probably not so much. Oh no, he forgot to put up his truck window. Oh no, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a good thing to come home to. That's for sure. Yeah, I bet she's happy to be home. Okay. And then what we're going to use is this Blackberry, Blackberry vanilla fragrance oil. I spilled the fragrance on it, and that's why it's discolored. So just ignore that. And what I want to do is add the color, like I said, to this whole thing. So this will all be one color. So we'll do that first, and then when we divide it off, we will lighten it and add the fragrance. So I'm just going to pour some in here. I don't have a spoon for it, so we're just going to add some. I want to see how this color looks because I haven't used it in soap yet, but it looks really pretty. So yeah, this is really, really dark, but I don't know if you can tell. It's got like purple, like a purple highlight, like shiny purple highlight. I think this will look really pretty when you wash with it. I'm going to add just a little more. That's probably way more than necessary. I can always add more after we mix in the lye water as well. So the reason I'm doing it this way is because since this fragrance has vanilla or vanillin in it, it's going to turn brown. And I wanted it to have a color besides just brown. So I'm trying to see if I can get the light to pick this up. From my angle, I can see the purple reflecting back. It's very pretty. I don't think the camera, well, maybe there it is. Like over here in this area, you can see where it's swirling. It's turning purple like that. I don't know if you can see like the dark color and then the purple. Anyways, very pretty. Um, so this way, even if it darkens, like turns that brown color, it should have kind of that purpliness to it still. And then the part that's not colored or not fragranced, I mean, will have that same purple color. And then I'm going to lighten some of it so you get like a little bit lighter version of this. And I don't know what that's going to look like. It might just look gray. It might look like light purple. I don't know because I've never worked with this fragrance. But this fragrance smells so good, and I wanted to make this look like blackberry vanilla and not just blackberry because my original idea was just to use this color and not swirl the white. But then that, I don't know, I feel like you don't get that vanilla aspect without having a lighter shade in there. His chuck is the one that souped up. Oh no. That's not gonna. That's gonna be. That's gonna be really disappointing. I hope he has a way of getting the water out. You guys can see it. Okay, good. Yeah, like silk. Exactly. It's a very pretty color. This would be really pretty in resin if you wanted like a dark color, but then you wanted it to, have a color other than just black. I think it's really pretty. Okay, let me put my face shield on real quick before we go any further. Because if I don't, I will probably forget. So I'm going to go ahead and mix in the lye water. And once we got that mixed, I'll separate this into two portions. And even though I'm only going to fragrance one part of this, it's still going to smell very strong like blackberry vanilla because because this is one of the stronger fragrances, first of all, and secondly because I can still add a little more fragrance to the portion that has it. It's just I don't want to add it to the whole thing because I don't want the whole thing to just turn brown. So I'm going to go ahead and add this light water. This already has the sea salt and sugar dissolved in it. And we will also see if this needs more color. It's hard to tell before you add the lye with the color you've never worked with before. Hope he has insurance. Yeah, he might need it. The bad part about vehicles with automatic windows, you can't put it up without a key. Yep. If you had your manual, you could have. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so this is turned kind of a gray color, which is, if you remember, that's kind of what I was wondering would happen. What I'm going to do is add a little bit more and see if it darkens. It may just be because purple is a funny color with soap. It does sometimes turn gray. With the good ones, though, they turn back to purple after the soap like firms up and starts to cure. And we will see if that is the case here or if I just didn't add enough color. And either way is totally fine. Okay, so that's starting to look more like how I was expecting. It's a little bit darker. Let me add a little more and then I'll stop because, oops, whoa, like I said, it's a very real possibility as I spill it. It's a very real possibility that this is just going to be one of the colors that turns back to purple after the soap hardens. So I'm not going to go overboard with it. Like I said, I've never used it before, so this is new. And I thought I had it closed on the top, but I did not. So yeah, see right there, it keeps spilling out. I need to be more careful. Make sure that that's actually closed all the way across. Okay, a little right there. There we go. Now it's closed. No more disaster. It's all spilled. You can't see it. It's down here, but spilled it all over the table. Let me wipe that up really quick, just so that it doesn't end up all over everything. Mica can be like glitter sometimes. You end up with it all over everything. Let me grab my alcohol. I have alcohol in a spray bottle. This is really good for picking up mica, but without getting the table all wet because the alcohol dries off really fast. So I just use this and spray the table where I spilled it and then wipe and it's gone. So, all gone. Although sometimes I wonder what it would look like to just put mica all over this table, like if I was to refinish it. And I'm going to get new, well, maybe I'll get new gloves in a minute. But anyways, refinish it and put mica down first. And so that in all the like wood grain, it had sparkly gold or something. I think that'd be really pretty. And put like a resin top. Anyways. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop here because I don't want to add too much color and make this worse. Like I don't want it to be a problem later. So I'm going to go ahead and divide this off. Whoops. So maybe about that much. Half of this we will leave, roughly half of this will leave the color that it is now, and the rest we will add white to. Let me just wipe up my spill real quick. Okay. I'll put a little bit more. Okay, I think that's good. All right. Let's see what you're saying really quick. A smoky gray, yep. A true chameleon. Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah, it does get everywhere. It'd be pretty, but very expensive. This is true. Resin is very expensive, and if I was to do a whole table, I think that would be a massive commitment. Okay, so first what we're going to do is this dark color, or the color that's going to darken. We're going to use the Blackberry Vanilla. I'm going to pour some in. Let me just see how much I'm putting in here. Okay, a little more. This, like I said, it's a strong fragrance. I don't want to use too much, but since I'm not fragrancing the other half, I want to make sure there's enough in there for the whole soap bar to smell really nice. This is going to turn a really kind of almost automatically turns brown. This has a lot of vanilla in it. All right, I wanted to make sure that was fully mixed. And then on this side, we're gonna pour some in the mold first because I have to use some of this for part of the swirl and then add the white to the rest of it. So we're gonna use a swirl tool, and I'm gonna see if I even remember that I marked my mold. I'll mark it with my thumb. Okay, so we're gonna pour some of this in here. It's already starting to thicken, so we got to go quick. Get as much of this out as I can. Okay, we're going to stop there because I want to be able to fit all of this in there, or most of this in there. Get out some errant air bubbles. We're going to pour this from up high like that. And then to the rest of this, we're going to add the white. And we're going to mix that quickly. So this should turn a lighter color, much lighter color. And we will be able to mix that in also. It's really like a light gray. So the nice thing is this will have that purpley black color that I added in the beginning is in all these colors so that they'll kind of all go together. I'm just going to pour this in. And since this doesn't have any of that other soap batter on it, I can scrape it without worrying that I'm going to get the vanillin in there, the vanilla. Okay, so while we still have this fluid enough, hopefully, I'm going to use the swirl tool on this. Let me get this spread out more. There we go. Just about perfectly fills it. All right, so we're going to swirl this. Okay, good. It's staying fluid. It's a good sign. I'm going to give it several swirls. Okay, that should be enough. Come on. The batter tends to get inside there, so I'm just getting all that out. And I need a place to put this. Here we go. Wipe all this up. Big mess I made on the table. All right. We still have a little bit of room to fit a little more batter, I think, on the top. I'll get some of this out. And there we go. Tap this down. Okay, that looks good. And then a little more of this white just right on top. And what we're going to do, first, let me take this, and I'm just going to this is going to help it sort of spread the colors out a little bit, but also help flatten the top of this so that it's not one big mound in the middle like it was. There we go. And then I'm going to get my chopstick and do a swirl. Let's see. Here is my chopstick. Okay. And I've decided I think I will put a little bit of gold. I think it needs something else besides just these two weird colors. Plus, since I don't know how it's going to look, if it's going to stay this weird color or if it's going to turn that purple color like I'm hoping, we shall see. Either way, it's going to be fine. I just don't know yet. Okay, so we'll put some gold. You like cool pattern? Yeah, it's always gold. You love that color? Yeah, isn't it weird? It's a kind of really a unique color. I'm going to go ahead and swirl this because I think it's going to need it in the end. There we go. So, especially since we don't know what the colors are going to do, at least we know the top is going to look nice. And let me clean off the edges real quick so we don't have all that like soap overhanging. Kind of like when you guys, I know you guys do a lot of resin, but like when you have that overpour and then it hangs off the edge and you have to break it off later. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna get some of this here, but actually I could take it all. And yeah, those marks that I made are staying there, so I'll kind of know which way to cut it. Also, I try to put the lines in the same direction that I plan to cut it. So this is how it looks so far. It's kind of interesting. It almost looks on the camera, especially. I don't know how this looks to you guys, but it almost has like almost looks spooky because of the way that light color turned out, like a really, really pale purpley gray. And then what I'm going to do is, this is where I was putting all the like tools for this. So actually, I'm going to put the darker one first. I'm going to see if I can get this out. Try to scrape some of this soap off of here. It's really thickening. I don't think I can get any more off of there. All right, and then this, here's a stick blender. See if we can manage to get a bar out of this. Kind of surprised I didn't have as much leftover batter as I was expecting, so sometimes that happens, especially if I don't use a lot of additives and stuff, because there's nothing to kind of bulk it out. And I wanted to get your guys' opinions on a couple of things. I want to continue with this food slash, foods that turn soap brown fragrances. I kind of like, this is kind of fun, like trying to get different patterns out of things that always turn brown. And I'm going to put up a post later, another poll for you guys to choose, whether you guys want to see another, like, kind of like a pre-made fragrance like how these are, where it's like blackberry vanilla or blueberry cobbler or whatever, or if you want me to do like a blend where we get excuse me, a blend of, like, let's say cinnamon and vanilla by itself, and then we mix it together and make our own thing. And so we'll do a poll on that. Sorry, I just needed to grab a sip of something. There's something tickling my throat and I don't know what it is. I'm trying not to cough on you guys. But anyway, yeah, so think about that, like what you guys would like to see. And if you want to see like a custom blend, or if you want to see one that's like already kind of formulated, either one is totally fine. And we can make all of them, really, if you guys want to keep going down this route. If you like this little, I don't know, series or whatever this is, we can keep going. We can make all of them. I'm totally okay with that. So let me just add this white in here. Of course, I missed that part. So yeah. And then the other thing I was thinking is those little round bars that I made last time, the ones that are like teal and white. Those shaving, like, I think I call them shave soaps. They can be used for anything. They're just soap, but they have a lot of nice things in there for shaving. And I'm thinking of doing another shave bar, but one with a more masculine scent. It has like a cologne type scent to it. And I was thinking of doing like a gift set for men. I know we have, like, men can be kind of difficult to buy for sometimes if you don't, if they don't have a hobby or something that's easy to buy things for. But anyways, I was thinking if you guys would want to see that, especially if he likes having like special shaving soaps. Just depends on what he's into. And also, I could do like a cologne that went with it, that was in the same, that was made of the same fragrance. Because I bought some cologne type bottles, like the spray bottles, and I wanted to experiment with making some colognes. And I've only tried one so far. It's a more masculine scent, and it came out really, really nice. So I'm thinking I can show it to you here in a second. See what you guys think of that. Maybe we could do like, whoops, that was way more than I meant to put on there. Oh well. Yeah, anyways, it could be like a little set of like a shave soap and a matching cologne. I'm gonna tip out some of this mica because there's just way too much. This is so thick it's already sticking to the mold. Okay, look how much. Way too much on there. Okay. I'm fine with too much mica, but I don't want it like falling off the bar, so okay, there we go. It just needed a little extra something. I like it though. It's like you got the gold that looks like lights, and then the darker colors in the background look like it's almost like a, I don't know, like late in the evening on a rainy day or something, and you got like the street lights, like the lamps, the gas lamps or something, or candles. It's really pretty. That's what I see in that. Same thing with this, but with a swirl. So this is how these two came out. Let me set these down. Got to put them in the oven, and I need to clean this off. Okay. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of that. Let's see. So every Christmas is a tradition for you to eat orange rolls from Pillsbury and the cinnamon in them. So maybe an orange and cinnamon roll scent. Yeah, sure, we could do that. Probably we would do for the cinnamon roll. We'd probably do like the vanilla cupcake with cinnamon, because I think that would give it that real bakery, like cooked baked thing type smell. And then the cinnamon, and then we could add the I have an orange fragrance oil that we can add to that too. That'd be really good. Orange and chocolate. Yep, we could do orange and chocolate. I have two chocolate scents, and they're amazing mixed together. One is supposed to be like a milk chocolate scent, and the other is a chocolate brownie. But when they're blended together, it has the perfect like richness. It's really good. Orange cinnamon. I used to make a soap that was just orange cinnamon, and it didn't have the bakery scent to it at all, and that was really really popular at my live um, like when I would go to like craft fairs and stuff. That was a big one. That one I usually sold out of. I don't always make those scents here, because I find that since nobody, we don't have smell-o-vision yet, it's kind of hard sometimes to convey what something smells like. But maybe I should for some of the ones that did really well, since you guys probably would like them too. Maybe I could do like a throwback collection or something to all the ones that used to do well. But this was another one that's actually this one, the blackberry vanilla and the blueberry cobbler, are also a couple that did very very well at craft shows, because people would pick them up and smell them and then not put them back because they smelled really good. Let me just put these gloves. They're yucky. See what you're saying here. A beautiful gold. Yeah, I like this gold. It's so shiny. This is a really rich gold. It's called Maya gold. They have several golds. There's another one that's like a shimmer gold or something. I haven't used it yet. I bought it as like a small one to try. But this is a very rich, deep gold. So I like this, and it's very, very shimmery, and it retains that shimmeriness. And even when I mix it in soap, because when you mix like a shimmery color like this in soap, it kind of gets like more matte looking. But when you wash with it, the mica that kind of comes off the bar, like where it's wet on the bar, it shimmers. It's really pretty. Let me see. Peach and cinnamon too. Yep, we could do that. I have to see if I have one that's plain peach. I have peaches and cream, and I have another one that's like peach and thyme. It's a really really juicy, like, no, that's not peach. That one's grapefruit. The other peach I have is like a sangria peach. So it's got like this. It's a very bright, um, almost a fizzy smelling orange. I mean peach. That's really good. I should see if I have just plain peach though. You're not sure on men's cologne? A good description of what the men's cologne smells like. Okay, so the way that it's described, the one that I call it barbershop because it kind of smells like that to me. Um, but it's described as having a vibrant bergamot and fresh basil leaf scent, with earthy notes of oak moss and white patchouli. And I know, um, so if you like patchouli and you like bergamot and you like oak moss, you'll probably like this. But the patchouli isn't strong. It doesn't have like the patchouli forward scent, really, at least not to me. But I sometimes, like, as you know, I'm not the best at describing fragrances. Um, Oddly enough, why am I doing this if I can't describe fragrances? But I like how they smell. But this one I really like, and this one was the most popular at the craft fairs. This scent was the most popular, and also the way that other people described it to me was they would say this smells like a clean guy, like this, and it does. It smells like a guy that, like, he just got out of the shower maybe, and he just put on cologne, and he just smells fresh and clean, and that's what it smells like to me. Um, Let me see here. Your hubby doesn't wear cologne? Yeah. Well, maybe he should. Just kidding. I think cologne is a lot of times cologne is a very personal thing. Like, it's like perfume. You don't always want to just wear something random. You want to wear something that smells good on you specifically. But he kind of stinks sometimes. You could just spray it on his clothes before you put them away, and then when he puts the clothes on, he'll smell nice. He won't even know probably. Um, he puts up with you. Let's see. Not a big fan of bergamot or patchouli. Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I think probably what I should do is just send you a little sample and see. Maybe I should make little samples of it because this fragrance smells so good. It just smells clean and fresh and just smells good. I should make little samples of it and give them to anybody. Like maybe I should have you guys like do a poll, like which one of you guys has mans, and then I can send you guys samples or something. Because um, yeah, that's the hard thing. Because a lot of times, guys, they might even if they like cologne and they wear it, they don't necessarily like watch soap making videos or whatever to to find out if they want to try something. So you like patchouli but not sure about bergamot. Yep. This one, I'm not now bergamot. I'm actually bergamot is one of the things where I sometimes have an allergic reaction to. If it's really really strong, it's not like a bad allergic reaction. It just gives me a headache. But this one doesn't do that. So if it's I don't know if it's like the type of bergamot they use, or maybe just because it's not very strong, but just straight bergamot. Like I have a like that black tea fragrance I use. I have to I can make the soap and and everything, but I can't use the soap against my face. Otherwise, that gives me a headache. But it doesn't. It's one of those things where I get very slight reaction to. But this doesn't do that to me. Let me see here. Stacy, you hate smelling a man and turning around the corner and finding it's an old man. Let's see. Let's see if I can. Let me show you the little thing I made. So, this is what the little spray bottles look like. They have a gold cap. Making sure my hands are clean. I don't want to get soap on this, but it comes off and it's got a sprayer. And this is made with like perfumers ingredients. So, um, this is a little bit different. It's not this. It doesn't have the same ingredients as the roll-on. The roll-on is made with oils, and this is made with like a perfumer's alcohol instead. So it'll go through the spray bottle better. So that's what this looks like. So I'm considering doing it, like making this set anyway, just to see what people think of it. But yeah, this was by far the most popular men's fragrance when I was doing the live shows. You like the spray bottle? Yeah, it's really, I don't know, simple and elegant. I wanted to see if I could get square bottles, but it's just, I don't know if it's the supply issues that are going on right now or what, but I was having trouble finding anything that was like a reasonable price. So that's what I'm anyway, so that's what I've been working on the side as well. And I might start offering, if people want it, I may start offering the roll-on perfumes as a spray option. But these bottles are very expensive, so I have to be kind of careful about that. And then the ingredients to make it, like the alcohol and stuff, are a lot more too. So um, we'll just see if people are into it. Yeah, supply issues all over the country. It's true. It's a major pain sometimes because you want to make something and you can't. But I mean, I understand, but it kind of slows down what I'm trying to do at the same time. But we will find a way. We will find a way to get through it and make it work. It'll be fine. You can't find 3-ounce Dixie cups. You might have to order it online. That's the annoying thing. You never posted that Tumblr because you didn't get the picture by proper means? Do you mean like what's what happened with the picture, Stacy? You got the picture by Oh, are you talking about like the picture is copyrighted or something? Let me just see what you're saying here. When you copy the whole website, oh, I see. You can't post it or sell it. Yeah, that's the problem. Hey, you can still look at it. Barb, those 3-ounce cups, were they paper cups? Yes, they were. Okay, I found them. Let's see if they're in stock. Yep. A pack of 500 for $9 plus shipping. Yep, really. If I can. Oh, it won't let me post the link because it's over the character number. I know what I'll do. I'll do a one moment. I can fix this. I'll just shorten the link. That'll show them. All right. Shorten, yes. Welcome. There you go. Let me know if that. Let me know if the link works, Barb. If not, I will find another way. So check it out. And they're just plain white. Although they do sell decorated ones. It looks like, yeah, 3 ounces, 500 pack for $9.29 plus shipping. Now I'll warn you. Let me know if it works. I'll warn you. This website that I found them on is very dangerous because you'll go there. Yes, it worked. Yep. Oh, you're welcome. So glad. So glad it worked for you. Because yeah, that website is very dangerous. You can find all kinds of really really good things for relatively cheap, and pretty soon you're like, well, I don't need money, right? I can just because I'll just spend it all here instead. So just be careful. It's kind of like Amazon, except specifically for um, things like paper cups and trays and restaurant supplies and things like that. You'll look through here and you'll be like, I bet that could be a mold, or that could be a tool I could use for resin or something, and then all of a sudden you spent $1,000. It's very dangerous. Yeah, very addicting little store. So yeah, they have a lot of good stuff though. They do. They sell um, disposable cups, stir sticks. They might even have I think they have silicone mats. They have just it's like I said, it's a dangerous little place to go, but they have a lot of good stuff. They have paper straws. They have cleaning supplies. They have masks. So I think they might have. Let me see if they have they might have those masks that you were supposed to use for resin. I don't remember. I might be wrong. Yeah they do. They have air purifying respirator masks. They have I don't know. They have tape. They have little signs, like those cute little signs you could put on your tables, or like if you have a like if you have a little shop and you have those cute little like metal or plastic signs that you set up to like explain what your products are and stuff. They have all kinds of cute things. Hi Ian, welcome. Wanda, you're on a video call, huh? You're welcome, Barb. I'm glad I could help. This is what we made today, Ian. Blackberry vanilla scented soap. It's swirly and stuff. You're right, it is. I know you can totally smell. Here, let me waft it up to the camera for you. Hey Ian, do you wear cologne? I know you said fragrances bother you, so I don't know if that includes cologne. Ask Ian about the cologne smell. I intend to. You would, yeah? You would wear it, or you would be annoyed by it? Like, it would irritate you? Gotta be more specific. You haven't been wearing it. Okay, so can I send you a sample of something? I made these, this is a cologne. It's a men's cologne that I made. It was my most popular men's fragrance at the craft shows. And I need some people to test it on to see if they like it and get their opinions. And it has like a little spray on thing. And then I have like little tiny bottles, like it's in samples of or whatever. But Okay, I will send it. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me just see here. They might have Stacy the cups that you use. They might have them on that website too. Because I think they have plastic cups as well, and they have biodegradable cups. That's actually where I get some of my biodegradable stuff. They sell it there. They have like the biodegradable plastic cups that are made out of like corn or something, and they're reusable for me because I just put micas in them. But obviously, if you put resin in them, they probably wouldn't be able to reuse them. But yeah, they have a lot of cool little things on there. Well, Ian, I think if you try out this cologne, you should also wear your pink shirt. Okay, deal. Some awesome storage racks on that site. Yeah, I told you, be careful. Be careful. You'll be walking away $1,000 poorer, but getting lots of cool stuff. But they do have a lot of really nice stuff there. They have, and those racks that you're talking about, some of those storage racks have custom like covers, like clear plastic vinyl covers that zip up so you can cover your work so dust doesn't get on it and zip it up, and it's like in its own little, like the whole entire rack is covered, like huge, like even like the great big like 6 foot tall racks and stuff have custom covers for them. You're in trouble. I told you. Oh yeah, Wanda, you'll probably like his channel. He's got a lot of fun stuff on there. Poor Barb. Who needs to pay the bills, right? It'll be pretty boring. No, it's not boring. There's nothing boring about your channel, Ian. Well, it depends on which channel you're talking about. None of them are boring, but they're all different. They all have different things on there. Anyways, we should tell them, Ian, about the pink shirt um, theory. Must be your railroading channel. Oh yeah, that's not boring. It's got trains on it. Who could be bored by that? I've got to get their opinion about the pink shirt thing. So the rest of you guys, I think Ian's the only guy in this channel right now. Let's see. Um, so there's like this running theory that like if a guy wears a pink shirt, that women automatically think it looks good on them. Is this true, guys? Like, did I read the comments? Yeah, Larry read your post. Put on a pink T-shirt. Yeah, I saw that. Went to the living room, and his wife said, "Hey, that looks nice on you." See? Yeah, it has to be true. I think it's just because like color blindness affects men more than it affects women. So maybe the men just don't notice, but the women do. I don't know. Is it true, guys? Like, what do you think? Do you think guys look good in pink? Like a pink T-shirt or whatever? Real men wear pink. Yeah, see, pink looks good on men. Yeah, and there's like that stereotypical like dad baseball cap that's pink for some reason that the guys always wear. Yeah. Okay. So it's not just in our imaginations that. Okay. It wasn't neon pink though. Your T-shirt was like seriously neon pink, so it was contrasting with the dark Canada waters for when you were diving. Yeah, that makes sense for diving. Can't tell red from green. Yup. That way we can find. Stop trying to die, Ian. You can't do this. I mean, we'd hopefully find you before you died. Like that's the whole idea. Get smart. Oh yeah, get smart. And they would look good when you found you. Sad. I think the goal would be to look good before you died. Like, there's really no point in it after. You only discovered that after you wore the shirts. Are you colorblind, Ian? I feel like I feel like you said you might have been at one time. I don't remember. I confuse. Sometimes I doubt myself. Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. I was very confused. People will tell me they're colorblind, and then I'm like, did they tell me that? Who was it? Okay. That's good because I couldn't imagine sorting through hundreds and hundreds of tiny electronic parts, which are all color coded. Are pink shirts underwater for sharks like red is for balls? No! Bright colors? Yeah, bright colors look really nice. Although I guess it depends on the bright color and the situation. Like a neon yellow suit would probably look really bad, but a black suit or a gray suit or a blue suit would probably look good. Estes is finally back. Estes, isn't it? Estes, right? I think so. You know, have the neon pink shirts when you swam in the shark infested water. So you can't tell you, yeah, please. Hey, you could also like just not swim in shark infested water. That's also an option, in case you didn't know. Neon yellow suits for men and women. Yeah, that could be for somebody else. I would look like I had the flu. I would look very sick in that. And I'd feel very conspicuous because I would literally be conspicuous. You look like a huge highlighter. I would, yeah, yeah, definitely. I would look like a huge highlighter. That would be, that's terrible. I wouldn't want to look like a highlighter. I'm very much the try not to super stand out unless it's necessary. Pink, orange, and yellow. Oh boy, it washes you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It would definitely wash me out. That's for sure. I'd probably look all yellow and sick. And if I didn't look yellow and sick, I would think I did. So that's not a good. That's not a good feeling to have when you're walking around in public. There's going to be somebody out there that looks good in it. This is true. There's always that one person that looks good in everything, and you wonder. And they take full advantage of it by dressing in the most horrendous things possible because it still looks good on them. And everybody else is like, I couldn't pull that off. I guess maybe it all depends on how you accessorize, right? Like, what would you even wear? Like, what would you even wear with that? Like, nothing would match. White, and that gets dirty, like right away. It's like very well known if you have like white shoes or a white coat or something, you walk outside and all the dirt like just is drawn to you like the magnet. There's no way out of it. I don't know how people do it. They probably like carry all their white clothing in a bag, and when they get to wherever they're going, they put it on once they're indoors. Alrighty, I'm gonna go put these soaps in the oven so they can get to gelling. I'm really curious to see how this darker color turns out and whether or not next time we should add more or if it makes a difference. I might have to test it on another batch. I'm really, really curious. Um, but let's see here. You don't wear much white. It makes you look dark and black in your wardrobe. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a lot of my stuff is darker colors, but mostly because I'm not trying to stand out like a highlighter. But I'm gonna set up that poll later on for you guys to choose what we make next, and we may do another whatever we make at the next live or possibly the next Monday, depending. I may make the men's soap alongside whatever else we're making because I want to get that made. And so if you have any suggestions for those, like the colors or anything or ingredients to add, let me know. I want to make that shave soap and see how that turns out. I think I have everything for it, so um, it should be pretty simple. I just have to set up the recipe and make it. So I will see you guys all on Thursday. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. This is so much fun. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good evening.